Testes, testes. Oh, let me see. Let me see. Yep. Okay, we're working. All right. What's going on, baby? How we doing? I just figured I'd hang out, start a little Hgraf party again. Oh, baby, I love you. I wanna be with you night and day. The party is never gonna end. I have officially, once again, let the record show, I have made my community millions of dollars. Why does it taste so sweet? Bring them in here, let them watch. Let them watch. I'm just glad we got that video proof, man, because people try to come in here, and like I said, people, they just want me to do it like everyone else does it, you know? Oh, I watched this other guy, he does a stock screener, you should do that. Oh, all these other guys have a little camera with, a picture of their face down here, as if that helps the stock go up, down, or sideways. Right? Irrelevant. Irrelevant. What's up, everybody? Welcome, damn it, welcome. Welcome to the Hgraf party. Grab a seat. Get some refreshments. Looking for the refreshments. Everybody's having a great time except me, right? Because I don't own the sumbitch. I was watching some of your old videos. It is insane how many stock you were talking about and how they were all like 3x and more, right? Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. And again, that's just me getting lucky. You know what I mean, bro? All the time, apparently. I'm up all night to the sun. I'm up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get some. I'm up all night to get lucky. But yeah, man, I appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. I'm just glad that there are even a handful of you who've been paying attention. You see all the videos, and like Ganti said, you're looking at all these stocks, you're making all these calls in the past. They're up 200%, 300%. Again, I know I don't have a camera. You can't put a face to the voice. I don't have a Patreon in the description. I know I do it differently than everyone else. But again, what people don't realize is, as I said, they got lucky with a couple of trades when they got free stimulus money. And I wish them all nothing but the best. But you see, in real time, there's a reason why I'm better than all of them. It's because I actually did this. They want to do it. They want to learn about it. They want to be involved. They want to teach people what they know. Webull, Robinhood. Yeah, Interactive Brokers. I'm assuming you're in the States. You could do Fidelity. Like I said, I messed up too, man. I had a Schwab account. They were telling me I needed more equity in the account before I could buy a penny stock, and then like as Hgraf started climbing, I think Delhi was like, "Oh, you could open a Fidelity account and buy as many shares as you want. There's no minimum." And Obviously, if I knew that a little sooner, I could have been involved a little earlier, but it's okay. No one could say what you... Yep, no, it's true. It's true, Gonti. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. They can hate, they can try to bring us down. They could try to make it seem, bro, you're not that good. Stop acting like you're that good. No, 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 bro, listen. You're not that good. The person you're listening to is not that good. The person you probably paid for in the past that didn't do their job, right? They're not that good. Don't you freaking dare put my name in that conversation. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking about. And that's why, like I said, I'm just so glad we have video proof and video evidence. Because every time they say I'm lucky, like I said, SCCO at what, $40? Stock hit new highs at $220. HII, the shipbuilding company, right? $216. The stock's hitting new highs, $430, $440. SMCI, in my opinion, I stand by my analysis. People acting like, oh, you're like some fraud who talks a big game. Why? Why? Because I've been saying for a while SMCI is undervalued and it hasn't exploded to $200 a share yet? That's why you think I'm an asshole? Because the stock you bought that you believe in as much as I do hasn't made you 1,000%. So your response is, your conclusion is, I must suck. It's just laughable at this point. But it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, a lot, I've been making some decent calls here, like this last week, along with Hgraf climbing up here, obviously hitting new highs every day. Uh, no, I haven't been looking at anything you guys have been talking about in the Discord. I also was up, what was it, 2, 3 in the morning last night, did some analysis, came up with the next play, in my opinion. The next play is now in play. And of course, I was, once again, very nice enough to, not charge you guys $300, $500 a month. I just mentioned it in the Discord, gave my opinion. And we know, based off previous performance, that we probably have about an 85 to 90% chance that those plays are going to work out. Yeah, it's fine. It's going to be fine. That's what I mean. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. People piss and moan when the MBOTs and the SMCIs don't explode. And then you have Hgraf explode, and what's everyone say? What's everyone say, right? I made the prediction a year and a half ago. What's everyone say? It's going to start running. You're going to piss and moan you didn't own more. You're going to piss and moan you didn't take it seriously. Oh, I saw your video at 10 cents. Now it's at $3. I should have bought it. That is your problem. And this is why I always say, you don't want a stock to explode. Imagine Hgraf doing what it's doing now in the business, I'm talking, not the stock price. Just imagine they were doing all the great things that we're hearing about today, but imagine the stock was still down at 20 or 30 cents. Wouldn't that be absolutely freaking phenomenal? Exactly. So once again, right? I mean, again, I usually turn out right a heck of a lot more than I'm wrong. So once again, we're going to fast forward down the road in the future. SMCI is probably going to rally up huge, and everyone's going to say, oh yeah, you were always talking about it. I should have taken it more seriously. I could have bought more shares, but I hesitated, right? Then all of a sudden, everyone's got their freaking war story. And now in the moment, I'm getting all the shit for SMCI. If and when, in my opinion, it explodes, what are they going to say? They're going to act like they never talk shit. They're going to act like, yeah, you're good, bro. You're good. Yeah, listen, quick question. What else do you like? Right? Right? Oh, yeah, listen, yeah, you were right, bro. You were right. Don't worry. I was just, angry that day. Hey, listen, what else do you like? These people make me laugh, man. This is why I try to tell them, right? I used to say it all the time. You don't want a stock to explode. You want time to move more money over, accumulate shares, build a position. Uh, Remember that guy that bought Emba, came back a week later saying he sold for a loss? Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's whatever, bro. It's whatever. Like I said, the only reason I'm upset is because I'm not generating the income that I know I deserve at this point. That's the only reason why I'm upset. And I always said I would love to just go viral and make free social media money so that I don't have to charge people for a freaking course or a fucking book or whatever. But like I said, Roaring Kitty, talking about GameStop, got 1 million followers. 1 million followers. For the record, Hgraf is up double the percentage. I repeat, double the percentage that kid called on GameStop, right? That's a fact. That's a fact. Stock went from 20 to 480. It's a 2,400% return. Hgraf is up about 6,000%. Okay? So, where are my millions of followers? That's why, again, I know I rant and it must be unbelievably tedious and annoying to hear this almost daily. But, as I keep saying, until I get that recognition, I'm going to be a prick about it. We have to be honest with each other. Sorry, not sorry, as the kids say. Like I said, Gandhi, all I needed, if I was able to go viral right out of the gate and in the first couple of years on YouTube, if I was able to generate, honestly, even if I was only able to generate about 50 or 100,000 subs, the ad money coming in would be 10, 30, 50 times what I'm receiving every month. Remember, I don't get paid every week. I get paid every month. I mean, this is why I keep saying, like, I should have like a $500,000 position myself in Hgraf. And I have nowhere near that. So this is what I mean. At this point, being this right, being this transparent, as I said, this was all for you guys. You guys are in at 10, 12, 15 cents. You guys had thousands to buy when you bought it. I did not. And that's what I mean. And it's like all the shit I bring to the table, as nice as I try to be, as much as I try to help people. And then I'm like, yo, just, sub up to the like I should be going viral. Like all I want is that attention so that I don't need anyone else's money. And what happens? We're barely growing day by day. Everyone wants to worry about the words I say, my accent, the fact that I don't have a camera. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, because what that means is you're not thinking clearly. Because my job is to impact the bottom line, which I believe I'm doing in spades. And I'm doing a little bit better than the people to the left and the right of me. So, just like yesterday with that Kalshi shit, no disrespect to these other YouTubers, but I went to YouTube and I typed in like, oh, CrowdStrike earnings call. And there were like 2 or 3 stock channels, with the guys sitting there listening to the earnings call with their community, which is cool. That's awesome. The one thing I noticed, though, was that this one channel had about 3,000 subscribers, right? Less than half of what we have. There was 150 people sitting there in his stream listening to a CrowdStrike earnings call. This is what I'm not understanding. Explain to me what the malfunction is. Do people want an entertainer? Is that what it's come down to? Because I can just stop working hard. I could set up a camera, right? I could sit here. We could scroll on X together. Record myself doing dumb shit outside and shit. You know what I mean? Like, is that what people want? Because I thought people wanted to buy a stock low and sell it very high and make money, right? So I'm confused. I thought that was my job. Thoughts on SoFi? I don't know. Yeah, comparison thief. Yeah, whatever. Listen, we all know that's correct. As I said, Roaring Kitty, 2,400% return. Hgraf, 6,000% return. I want 1 million followers. Until I get it, fuck them, fuck you. I don't care. I don't care. What's up, Killian? Name dropping your channel on that Hgraf CEO live in the AM. Yeah, of course. What's up, Wama? I see you, brother. I see you. Do you make Wall Street bets No. They need to influence you and hundreds of thousands of people so their crackhead Rigetti stock can explode from 70 cents to $40, right? Our stock, Hgraf, is up over 6,000%, and I don't have a Reddit account. I don't give a shit about Reddit. Fuck Wall Street bets. I didn't need any of them, and I mentioned this years ago, right? I'm on record mentioning this years ago. They need to manipulate you. They need all of your volume to help them out because they buy it and then they get it trending. Yeah, no, I'm definitely suppressed. 100%. As we said, we already established that Grok or the X algorithm said I was anti-Semitic. And, recently posts have shifted back to stocks. Okay? That's what it said about me. That's a fact. So, I'm probably not going to grow and get the attention that I deserve on something like X. Apparently on YouTube, like I said, if I had a little camera with my picture here, apparently we would have 15,000 viewers instead of 15. Again, that makes absolutely no sense to me. It doesn't matter if I'm Asian, if I'm 4'2", if I'm 7'1", if I'm black, if I'm albino. None of this matters. You know what matters? Hgraf went from 10 cents to $6. Okay? And correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that's what mattered. Dumbasses coming out of the woodwork. Oh, if you were so good, you should have millions. You don't want me to have millions, bro. Because then I wouldn't wake up and help you for free. Right? So any moron out there who's pushing that narrative should really keep their mouth shut. Because when I get money, believe me, you're going to know about it. Because you're going to be messaging me, begging me, asking for updates and videos. And, oh, what's your opinion about this? I don't know. And I'm going to say, why are you messaging me? Why are you messaging me? Honestly, I'm being honest with you guys. Hurricane Lopez, yeah, no idea what that is. Like I said, after what I've done for you, you shouldn't even mention anyone's channel in here. Yep, Grok throwing me shade, Gonti. That's a fact. They labeled me as an anti-Semite whose channel recently shifted back to stocks. That's what it said. That's what it said to me. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. That's why I don't care, baby. You know what? Spark him if you got him. We're having a party in here. All modern streamers have face cams. I think people see it as normal now and expect it from everyone they watch. Listen, that's fine. That's fine. Fuck those people is my response. Fuck those people. You guys, let me tell you something. I am here nailing calls, doing this essentially for free, not charging anyone monthly. And if you really think about it, of all the hundreds and thousands of people who've seen my videos and comment and want my opinion, even when I nail a call 100%, there's only one or two of you who listen. So not to be an arrogant, cocky son of a bitch, but if you guys aren't doing what I want you to do, why the fuck would I do what you want me to do? Like I said, no one bought HII. No one bought fucking Dollar General, right? But then people come in, oh, you should do this every day so you get more views. Fuck you. I don't have to do anything. I have one job. And I'm nailing it every day. Any other issue attached to this situation is on you. It's not on me. And this is what people don't realize. This is, once again, my channel is showing you proof in the pudding that we have drifted so far away from meritocracy. That's a fact. Because I should be getting fucking offers. I should be getting 5-6-figure donations flowing in. I should be getting messages from fucking millionaires in Europe and shit, offering me a position at their hedge fund and shit. But don't worry. Don't worry. Some young kid who was in finance for a few years saw GameStop, made 2,000%, and he's now a multimillionaire, the face of the finance sector, right? What? He tweeted a meme and GameStop moved 20%. And people ask me, oh, why are you so upset, bro? Why are you so angry? Until I am bigger and more popular than that kid, you're never going to hear the end of it. I'm still waiting for my movie as well. Once again, 2,400% return on GameStop. Kid got a movie, got 1 million followers. Hgraf is up over 6,000%. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm getting lost in the mix. Yeah, see, this is why I need my herbal refreshments, man, you know, because, like I said, I just want to do what I want to do and just work. All I want to do is just work. That's all I want to do. And I can't do it because people are ungrateful. And like I said, that other guy, Duke, that you guys saw flipping out in the comments, you know that guy's up like several $100,000 on Hgraf, right? I just want to let you know, like, between you and I, you know that's why he flipped out and left. I want you to know that. Again, the guy joined, I essentially made him money almost right away off one of my opinions. He sent a $550 donation. Now he's in the comments like, yeah, bro, I own Hgraf, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, you're welcome. You own it because of me. You're up several $100,000. And you're talking all of this shit because you and I both know that if and when you sell right now and make yourself $800,000 in profit, you're supposed to send me 25 grand. You should send me 40, 50 grand. And he knows that. That's why he threw a temper tantrum. Do you understand? That's what it all comes down to. I told you guys last week about the story. Helping a childhood friend. Took the account from a couple of thousand up to 25K. Kid owed me over $2,000 in commission dollars. Started ghosting me like a 16-year-old girl on Tinder. Threw his mother under the bus. Oh, yeah, bro, my mom's been sick, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, man, I'm dealing with shit too. Here's my routing number. Here's my account number. Send me over my commission dollars. Bro, listen, there's a lot on my mind right now. Wait, where'd you get 2K from? I'm telling you, man, it's very unfortunate because about 98% of all people you encounter are literal pieces of shit. Are literal pieces of shit. And I always gave people the benefit of the doubt. Because I would get so upset that I wasn't getting any recognition, like nobody gave a shit. And then someone would come out of left field and send me a couple of bucks. And that would like restore my faith in humanity. The problem is, it only happens like every time there's a fucking full moon or something. I have no idea what's going on. Again. Stock channel, since I've started streaming live, again, people want live streams supposedly. Oh, do it live. Give me some trades so I can make money, then I'll believe you. Okay. I've been here every day since like July. Every day I'm here streaming. All day, every day for the most part. Right? Still not good enough. USO calls going into the weekend. Then we bomb Iran. Oil jumps. Right? Still not good enough. Blows my mind, man. And then, like I say, when a lot of you people, finally decide to do the right thing, you send over, whatever, 20 bucks, you think you're doing me a favor? Got the sirens going by. There you go. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm believe it or not, as much as I rant and as annoying as I am, I'm actually being very nice to you people. Because I can literally rip all of you apart in the chat. Like the fact that every name going by that's typing something isn't green and isn't a member, I'm already upset. You're saying you're getting depressed. I don't know. I don't feel like looking at anything right now. I'm just enjoying myself. Enjoying the fruits of my labor. And it's just the last thing I'm going to say. I'm not going to keep beating a dead horse, but I just really do hope that when your Hgraf sells go in and you guys are booking big profits, as I said, I really hope I see proper reciprocation. Because if that doesn't happen, unfortunately, then I'm going to have to be selfish. And like I said, again, I appreciate you guys looking around and finding these stocks. And again, what's his name yesterday mentioned a stock. Now it's, trending. It's up today. A lot of you guys are awesome. A lot of you guys have good eyes. You pick some good stocks. But honestly, right now I'm just chilling. Just chilling. Honestly, could have got more sleep. Had to run out before and do some errands, right? So we started at like 2:30 instead of 11:30 even, which is still late. I don't know. It's fine. Like, it's a good day. Hgraf is up. I'm happy, but I don't know. I don't know. It just feels like a bad day. I shouldn't even say that. But, yeah, I took a nap yesterday and then I couldn't sleep, right? So, yeah, 1, 2 in the morning, I'm just scrolling on X. I'm, like, looking at other plays. And, again, I mentioned a handful of companies to look at regarding the conflict in the Middle East. I was up last night doing a little research. Why so mad, bro? I know, man. I know. You're right. You're right. And again, see, that's what I mean, right? This is like 5 years of pent-up frustration that this poor guy Tim is, he just showed up like yesterday and he's like, what the hell's going on? What happened to this guy? I thought you were having a Hgraf party. This guy should be smiling. Instead, he's foaming at the mouth. I understand. Believe me, I understand. And you're right. You are right. But again, at the same time, when's the last time you did something for 4 or 5 years straight without getting paid for it? You know what I mean? High school? So, again, people will always try to talk about my money. And then when I press them and I'm like, well, how much did you make today? How much do you make in a week for your services? Oh, no, I don't talk about my money. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because you're probably making at least, like we know, $200 a day. And then if I put up a daily goal right now for $50, I'll make 10. Right? So you're allowed to make 100, 200, 300 a day. You're an entrepreneur. You're such a beast. I'm here blowing up your account, but I'm only worth $10 a day. I should be making $10 a minute. There's a Discord invite. That invite will self-destruct in 30 minutes. 30 minutes. If you're going to click on the invite and come in my Discord server, you're going to speak. You're not going to come in and just sit there and look around and not say anything. You join my Discord, you speak. Number 1, so I know you're serious, and of course, number 2, so I know you're a human and not a bot. That is not up for discussion. You want to join the Discord, you have to speak. I don't care who you are, who you think you are, how much money you have, what offer you were going to make me. You're not special, all right? You're not special. Why not charge people for your services instead of hoping people donate? Says the guy with a gray name. Oh, man. See, this is what I mean, man. This is why I can literally rip all of you to shreds, man. You don't want me to. You don't want me to. And like I said, Cole, you want me to charge? I need at least $300 to $500 a month. And honestly, I'm worth that and more. But all it really comes down to is how many people could afford it. That's what I would be concerned about. Not what am I worth, what do I deserve. I know what I deserve. I deserve 6 figures, a penthouse, a company card, a perk. You know what I'm saying? I know what I deserve. I know what I deserve. So you want me to charge people every month? It's going to be several $100s a month. That is a fact. And if you could afford it, let me know. Everyone let me know who could afford it. Because it's probably coming. Unless I get unbelievably blessed from the community for potentially changing their lives with something like Hgraf. Because remember, not to bring up their old news and their personals, but remember, there were people back here at like $2.50, $3 a share saying they were almost up $1 million in the position already. That's a fact. So that's what I mean. I know for a fact right now, there are people individually who are up 7 figures in this position. So again, this is why, if you want to show your reciprocation, your appreciation, but you're not really going to do it the right way, and that's what I mean. Like, you're going to make $500,000, but you're going to send me $10, and I should stop bitching and moaning. Like, that's what I mean. Like, you really don't understand the magnitude of the situation. Do you have a thumbnail for your streams? I don't know. I don't care. That's another thing, too. I don't care. Fuck the thumbnail. Had that other idiot, Stock Coin Savant, leaves a comment on my page. Oh, I like this guy until I found out he was charging for Discord spots. This guy's a scammer, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, as this gentleman just realized as he joined the Discord, I do not charge for the Discord. So this guy made an assumption and made it public, right? Like, we know the internet is forever, right? So forever on that video in the comments is going to be this guy crying, speaking a lie, a blatant lie, talking about how I'm a scammer and you got to pay for Discord, right? Now, I don't delete comments. So that's it. Like, it's there, you know? And this is what I mean. After being here for everybody almost every day, explaining everything you might not understand, helping you, walking through frickin' how to do options, comparing these stocks. After everything I did, after all the years, this is what I mean. I should not be hearing any negative shit in the comments at all. At all. If I want to charge $100 a month just to be in my Discord, that's justified. You shouldn't get upset by that. If I want to charge $300 a month in my Discord for my personal updates and my personal recommendations, you can't get upset at that. You have no right. You have literally zero leg to stand on if you get upset at that. And that's what I mean. Yeah, yeah, overnight I can instantly change my income. But I didn't want to be a selfish twat about it like the rest of the fucking world. Nah, I appreciate your Skells. I appreciate it. Like I said, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. I guess we can only do so much. We can only reach so many people. And that's what I mean. Something like this space, it's become more entertainment. And again, listen, I don't mind being freaking stupid and you know, laying on the thick freaking Italian accent for you guys. You know, we're laughing, we're having a good time. I really don't mind doing that. But again, also, at the end of the day, the job, the number one priority of the job is being done phenomenally well. And unfortunately, that is not pushing the growth of the channel, right? That is not catching people's attention where they say, holy shit, all right, you know what? Maybe I'm going to jump in this guy's stream. You know, I'm going to hang out for a little bit, see what he has to say. Never did clickbait thumbnails. Never did fake bullshit video titles. This is why I say I am extremely proud of every single one. I know people will say, bro, you got 7,000 subs, you're a nobody. No. I am extremely proud of every single one of those subscribers because they were gained through pure, honest, organic growth. That's how they were gained, right? And people who have, you know, 500,000 subs overnight, they could have bought and paid for all that shit, right? There's always some shady shit. Oh, their friends have 30 devices in his house and they sub to the channel on all devices. You know what I mean? There's always some nonsense like that. No. I am damn proud of my 7,000 plus subscribers because they're real. And it was true dedication to my craft that then materialized in all of those people saying, no, this is a guy worth listening to. Subscribe. No, I know, Skells, I know, but that's what I mean, man. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, again, no disrespect to them. I saw some other guy half the size of our channel sitting there, literally just not saying anything on a CrowdStrike conference call. With all due respect, CrowdStrike is not that kind of company where, like, we need a gathering and it's an event for the earnings call. Like, you know what I'm saying? The only reason why I was talking about it was because we were doing Kalshi like a bunch of degenerates. Otherwise, I would have just said crowd puts and moved on my way. But again, the fact that this guy had whatever, like 2,000 or 3,000 subs, but there was 150 people in there watching him, listening to this call. That's what I mean, man. I don't think there's saving. I don't think there's any saving these people. I'm being honest. Like, I'm in here bitching to you guys. Meanwhile, it might just be you and me against the world. Like, this is it, you know? This might just be the crew. And we may never get to 50,000, 300,000. But as long as we keep finding Hgrafs, and as long as we keep finding SCCOs and SBs and LACs, I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to be more than fine. Same thing we do every night. Try and take over the world. Joey Bag of Donuts, Eugene Schwartz, reporting for duty. Happy to have you, soldier. Shades in the chat. What did I do? Oh, spy puts. Spy puts moving in the right direction. Yeah, I honestly, again, right, I was saying puts, and you can see, look, we opened up and then immediately dropped back down to where we were, right? You know what I mean? That's why I'm telling you, in my opinion, I just personally feel like the general sentiment of the market right now is bearish. In my opinion, it's bearish. So on a day like today, right, as we're climbing up, we were like tightening. Where were we? Like here or something when I said puts. I don't even remember. But again, like you can see, like why I kind of said it, right? You guys can almost feel the temperature of the situation out there. And that's why, right? We open up, we usually go down. You know, even yesterday, right? We were down, we start climbing up, and then we were like, oh, puts. And then, you know, we start stepping down, chunking down. And this is why I'm saying, I just feel like that, in my opinion, is kind of the overall vibe. And if we look back at this day, up and up and up, you can see now, we got up a little bit, but where the stock is, look at how many times we touched around this level of roughly 68.80. And in my opinion, we're going to reject down off of it. Sometimes it's just that simple. So in my opinion, SPY puts are still in play. Already up a couple of dollars, I assume. And there you go. Right? There you go. But again, 200 people watching a guy stare at his screen with his mouth open, not even analyzing the information coming out of the CrowdStrike conference call for his community. But again, yeah, you know, like I said, I'm not trying to talk too much shit. You know, it was just a quick off-the-cuff example of something I saw yesterday. You know, for all I know, the guy could be awesome. Again, I don't watch anyone's channel, but it's just funny to me. It's just, you know, like 200 people will gather in there and help him and give him that bump on the algorithm. For what? For what? You're listening in and watching one person who's listening in to someone else, but he's getting the attention. You know what I'm saying? Where am I right now? Where am I in reality? There's no way this is real. Xylem climbing as expected. Deli Bob. I'm doing great, baby. I'm having a hydrograph party. Again, like I said, 2 a.m. last night. Money never sleeps. I'm here doing analysis, both domestic and internationally, for how my community could potentially take advantage of the turmoil happening overseas. Because I'm a fucking animal. That's all it comes down to. Well, this guy sounds crazy. Yeah, that's probably why I'm so good at what I do. You look back at any people who are, just, really above average and really special in their sector. These are not normal people. These are not normal people. And it makes me laugh, like, oh, I wish this guy was more normal. The normal average person loses money. So that's what I mean. You want me to be a clown and entertain you? I'll make millions of dollars from growing the following. The success rate of the channel will fall off a freaking cliff. You won't make any money at all. But, I'll become a character, I'll become a character, I'll get more attention. Or, we could swim against the stream, remember why we're all here, and why we all, wake up and come together every day to do this together. And we can keep our eye on the prize, and we can frickin' have a meeting at the finish line. There you go, Joey Bag of Donuts. We know that. We know that. All the greats, all the people who were so much better than the average person, you have to be a little crazy. And that's why, people come in, oh yeah, this guy called me a piker, gave me an attitude, he's a little rough around the edges. It's like someone needs to grab that person and say, yeah, but he's one of the best at what he does. Right? So that's what I mean. Like, he might rant for an hour or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But this stock's been doing phenomenal. But he told us about this stock, before Warren Buffett took a position. Shout out to LPX. Again, another company that the average YouTuber hobbyist doesn't even know exists because it's a material stock. And the only ones they watch are Tesla and Nvidia. Once again, video proof. Did a video on LPX. Said it was a $150 stock in my opinion. This is a buy. I'd be a buyer. 2 weeks later, Warren Buffett takes a position in LPX. If it's an offering, in my opinion, it's a drop in the bucket. Exactly, Ganti. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, they just did an offering. I don't think it would have been an offering. But yeah, big volume just came out. Technically, the stock popped up. And you can see we were in like this symmetrical triangle. That's what it looks like to me, right? Just kind of like an even kind of triangle for the day. And unfortunately, as we know, symmetrical triangles are not bearish or bullish, even though a lot of uneducated idiots out there are literally labeling a symmetrical triangle as a bullish pattern, which it is not. That's a fact. That's a fact. They're wrong, I'm right. End of story, okay? I'm speaking to you specifically this way for a reason, all right? They're wrong, I'm right. It's a fact. Their opinion is irrelevant. A symmetrical triangle is an undetermined technical pattern. So we made a symmetrical triangle. Stock decided to break down. However, it does seem like a lot of red and a decent amount of volume. So perhaps they did just announce another small offering. But I don't think they would because they just did a small offering a couple of days ago. So, it might have just been a technical setup. I mean, somebody could have put in a trade, to fill at 5 after 3 or 307, you know what I mean? And start dumping their position and securing profits. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Happy to have you, man. Appreciate the support. See, Corey's making a joke, but what Corey either forgot or doesn't know about is that I have the same exact birthday as Warren Buffett. Oh, HG just jumped down about 770. Yeah, we're seeing volume come out. It had to have been an offering or something. That's what I'm assuming. Of course, I'm just sitting here on TradingView, which means I'm not going to see the news for like another 20 minutes. But that's okay. Still love my TradingView. Again, it's not even on them. It's not even on them. They delay the information to us on purpose. This is a publicly traded company, right? So because the public traded and it's in our public domain, whatever just happened on Hgraf, I should have this news instantaneously. I don't care if someone said it was overvalued in passing. I don't care if an analyst just released a report. I don't care if the company just offered, an extra 1,000 shares to the market. I don't care. Whatever just happened, we should already know about. And the fact that we don't is why you could never trust the market. Corey, I can't hear you. Your name is Gray. Right, you heard about the little gray aliens that they were talking about years ago? We got the little gray chatterboxes in here. Well, I hope you guys bought that dip. Freaking Verizon, bro. Holy shit. Back up to almost 51 and a quarter. New 52-week highs. Again, shout out to me. Verizon was one of the first stocks I looked at. And of course, I got in like right during the, I was talking about it in the video. It was like right after the lockdowns and everything. And all of the telecoms were getting decimated. Verizon, AT&T, they brought them down into the frickin' gutter. And I remember, looking and doing updates on Verizon back when it was like 37, 34, 31. Again, they randomly had that story come out. Oh, there's the lead cables that they never cleared out, right? Remember that bullshit story? They dropped Verizon like another 10%. The stock was down to like $30 a share. And I said, hey, man, it's not going to happen tomorrow, but if you got a chunk of change, you could throw it into VZ right now, and sure as shit, the stock will easily get back to 45, 50 bucks, and you could make yourself probably over a 50% return plus dividends down the line. Right? We fast forward to today. How many people own Verizon? None of you. That's what I mean. It is what it is. And then, something like a PayPal goes down instead of up, and people want answers. I'll say SPY puts here, in my opinion, but the S&P will keep climbing. And they lose a couple of bucks. Now they're upset. Now they want answers. If you're upset, just imagine how upset I am. And it's not even my money. It's your money. That's great, Corey. Good for you, huh? Look at you. Look at what you do. Big Trump guy. Name is still Gray, but we got a big Trump guy in here, everybody. Ultimate slap in the face. Telling me I'm not worth $3. Should be 300. He's not worth $3, they're saying. All right, so was there news? Did they do another offering? Anybody? Looked, can't find anything. Yeah, that's yeah. I don't. Yeah, could have just been. I mean, again, depending. I mean, if they bought 6 months ago, they're up freaking huge, right? So, I mean, like in my opinion, I think it's great. Of course, other people. If you took a shot on a position, all of a sudden it's up 6,000%. I mean, it might be hard to not, lock that in. So I can understand if some volume comes out. Capybara. Yeah, I could care less. I could care less. As we established with Hindenburg, they put out reports so them and their friends could buy the stock at cheaper prices. We already have the proof of this. Capybara, I don't give a shit. Hindenburg, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Larry Summers, Warren Buffett comes out right now and says something. I do not care. How do I get my name green? Yeah, Corey, you click the join button. But yeah, like I said, I mean, if we're talking potentially 300-500 a month down the road that I'm going to charge, I mean, if if you guys come in here, you want to hang out again, even if it's for entertainment, that's fine. But I mean, you can't push the join button. You can't throw $3 my way, bro. Honestly, everything I do for people, whether you listen to me or not, right? Look at what I do for a lot of other people. You're gonna say I'm not one that should be supported. I'm not the guy who's worth a few bucks. This is what I'm saying. We gotta redirect the ship of society. We gotta go back to meritocracy. We gotta start rewarding the good, hardworking people and the other losers who are just basically gliding through their lives, essentially taking their viewers down with them. We're done with that as a society. We're done with that. We've seen the damage it could do, right? We see the damage it could do. So forget those people. Find people like me. Those are the people you should be following. People calling the company a scam. Some dude named Fuzzy Panda. The fuck is Fuzzy Panda? And how is that your name? Who calls themselves Fuzzy Panda? I mean, honestly. Roaring Kitty? Fuzzy Panda? What the heck is going on here? So I should change my name to what? The Tall Giraffe? Who should I be? The fuck is going on? Yeah, it's all good, Corey. Again, I'm like I said, just proving a point. Just proving a point. I appreciate that, though. If you're setting it up, you're gonna do that for me. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know. That's Reddit. That's what I mean. That's why Reddit. This is what I said again, and I hate to constantly talk about how awesome I am, but this is what I said a while ago after the GameStop fiasco happened. I literally said, like, in a video, if you guys think all of the insiders are now not on Reddit, scouring the site, seeing what you guys are doing next, making sure it doesn't happen again, seeing what you guys are looking at, which also tells them what you're not looking at, so they know where to position. You understand what I'm saying? Anyone after the GameStop fiasco that is still looking at Reddit for, quote, financial advice is a fool, in my opinion. The fool. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Short Giraffe, Skinny Elephant channel. That's me, Skinny Elephant. Yeah, that's what I mean. They want to go to Starbucks. They want to stand in line for 30 minutes to get a freaking grande chai mocha. But instead, I mean, you just give me a couple. Hey, remember, they wait in line and get that $8 coffee every day. To become a member of the channel, it's $3 a month. A month, which is literally a dime a day. You should be ashamed of yourself if you're not a member of my channel. Again, like that guy Tim or whatever, like, right, he just came in, I don't remember seeing him before. Right, if someone like that wants to hang out for a couple of days before they join, that's understandable. You guys who come in here every day like, oh, hey, how you doing? You seen Hgraf today? It's like, first of all, yeah, I seen it. Second of all, I'm a genius. I'm a legend. Third of all, if your name's not green, I'm sorry. You lost my respect. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I said, people literally want me to find the next Hgraf once a week. And then, like I said, it's like, oh yeah, here's $10, man. Thanks for everything. Are you out of your fucking mind? Were you dropped as a child? There's on Reddit, sit and watch for news all day. They usually post it first. No, that's fine. That's what I mean. For, like, you know, a stock news, if it's somehow gonna hit Reddit first, understandable. But I'm saying people who were still, like, looking every day, every week at the Wall Street Bets thread and trying to see what the next play is, it's gone. It's gone. And people refuse to accept that. As soon as GameStop happened, every analyst, every member of a firm, everyone had some low-level exec at every publicly traded company. Everyone put someone on Reddit. And now it's publicly traded. Which, of course, makes it even worse. Because we know usually when there's a good service or a good product, then the company goes public. That's usually when it goes to shit. I don't know, man. Like I said, maybe it's me. I'm just seeing it a little differently. Hgraf had some volume come out of it, but looks like it's fighting to try to rebound. Frickin' Verizon's still going. Look at DraftKings again, huh? No wonder I'm flipping out all day. That's what I mean. The stars are aligned. The tides are turning out there. We got DraftKings up 3%. Found Hgraf from sheer luck. Yeah, I know. Somehow a lot of people are lucky. A lot of people somehow found it on their own and they come in here. But that's okay. I'll let that go. You're a beast, brother. You're a beast. I'm just glad you saw value there and got involved. No, the witching is when the witching is when weekly and monthly and quarterly options all expire at the same time, which is usually why you hear about, oh, it's a big witching day. You hear that about every 3 months, every 6 months. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. Like I said, unfortunately, it's just going to take more time. Hopefully, hopefully Hgraf just continues to climb and people make big money. And like I said, if they reciprocate, I'll try to invest most of that for myself. Because again, people think I'm a bullshit artist, man. I'm telling you, man, I personally only have a couple of hundred shares of Hgraf. And my cost basis is around like $2 a share. Any other finance channel would have had, you know, 10, 20, 50,000 shares back at 10 cents and then started making videos to you guys. Right? That's what I mean. Like, you see the difference? But again, I know I'm a pain in the ass a lot of the time, so for the record, you guys hanging out, you know, you always come in, spend a few minutes with me every day, even if you're busy. So you guys, you know, who are the consistent ones, I do appreciate the support, because I know I'm definitely not easy to deal with. And I'll admit that. So the fact that you're putting up with me, I appreciate that. Love, 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 love. It's all about the graphene, baby. I gotta tell YouTube also when we blow up, right? Because they send people like those buttons and shit, right? I gotta tell them, hey, listen, man, I need these buttons made out of graphene. Otherwise, don't even send me the frickin' button, alright? They make me laugh, man. In my opinion, they take a ridiculously huge chunk of the pie, which, sad to say, they still give you the biggest piece compared to the other platforms, which is wild to me. Wild. But, I mean, it just makes me laugh. It's like, you do all the work, they make money, then you send me a button. What the hell? Why don't you send me a check? How about that? Why don't you send me a check? Thank you so much for doing what you do on our platform. We generated X millions in ad revenue off of your channel over the last, whatever, 5 years. Here is a check for 1%. Right? Something. Dude, something. You're going to send me a plaque of your button so I can put it on the wall behind me, so that when I turn on the stream, you are getting even more advertisement and marketing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean, man. I think differently. I don't want any of this shit, man. Keep the buttons. Keep the buttons. All right. Herbal refreshment. You sent me something? Thank you, Joey. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Every little bit helps. Yeah, man. I'm just glad that, as I said, I used to label the videos potential game changer. And I'm just so damn glad it worked out and it came true. Because, again, I know a lot of you bought it. And I know it's very exciting. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Hey, Neo, love you, brother. I see you. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. The singing, of course. Of course. Again, usually I start singing. I see people leave the chat. Shout out to Neo Quant. He actually messaged me a while back. He said, oh, yeah, American Idol. Yeah, you should do it. Yeah. Never did it, though. Never did it. Some people never get this type of hit in the stock. Yep. Yep. We have succeeded, baby. That's it. We did it already. That's what I mean. Roaring Kitty, millions of followers, 2,400% return. Hgraf technically didn't even really get going, believe it or not, in my opinion, up over 6,000%. So that's what I mean. We proved it already. I'm the best of the best. I'm here every day. I do it with short-term option trading as well. I try to keep you guys updated on commodities. Again, we're hitting calls on USO. Look, silver's starting to bounce back as expected. That's what I mean, man. Again, not to be cocky, but in my eyes, shit's easy. And no one's going to be perfect. But again, if I can keep it at least 80, and if we can stay between 80 and 90% success rate, I'm telling you, man, that they'll never be able to catch up. My quote-unquote competitors will never be able to catch up. I have proof that other people in other quote-unquote trading discords are charging people now $20, $50 a month, and you go in the Discord, and they have set up AI to do their job, okay? So you're paying them $50 a month. They're now not working anymore like they used to, and now they're making free money. And you're relying on a computer. And, you know, it's like the perfect cop-out, you know. Oh, that one didn't work out? You down? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what ChatGPT saw on that one, but, you know, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't you? So then, the fuck am I doing in here? Right? Why the fuck am I paying you to be in your Discord if I'm listening to a computer? I'm doing all this through a computer. I could just ask the computer myself. Pointless. Hey, Corey. It's my boy right there. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Means a lot. And again, that is $3 a month, which I only keep 2 of it, because YouTube takes 30%. And I'm not going to see that money until the 3rd week of every month. So just to let you know, that's the bullshit I'm going through, you know, pinching nickels and dimes over here. So the next time you're like, oh, gee, I don't know, should I really send this guy money? Does he really deserve it? It's like, listen, if you don't send it to me, who are you going to send it to, honestly, at this point? If it's not me, who is it? Also, in other news, we had BGS raging earlier. I don't know if you guys, again, shout out to the members, right? Members only video. $3 a month to see the video. Last video was 3 small cap stocks that I would personally be buying here. And one of them was BGS, which of course we spoke about even recently, a couple months back at around $4. And stock recently hit about 6.5 after hours. We can pull it up here quick, actually. I didn't even look at it. Yep, there you go, 638. And of course, U-turn, actually, looks like a potential cup and handle form in here. So it's probably going to go back up. B&G now, we'll call it $6, having almost a 20% day. That's what I mean, right? Not too long ago it was $4. Now it's at $6. So I just made you potentially 50+% return, plus dividends that you were collecting. Right? But everyone... Oh, the fuzzy panda said something, right? This is some bullshit. Yeah, there you go, Joe. That's what I mean. You people, you got issues? I'm not worth $3 a month? No problem. Go down to your local Leering Center and learn something, alright? Fucking Somalians. Up 40% on B&G, not counting dividends. Let's get some dubs in the chat. Get some dubs in the chat. Let's get some shades in the chat.
That was easy.
You're fucking A-right, it was. All day, every day, baby. That's what I mean, right? Right now, we should have 30, 40, 50 people talking about how awesome BGS is and how much they're up and how great it is to be here. And instead, we got just Delhi. That's it. And then people ask me, why is this guy so upset all the time? There you go, Corey. Putting it into perspective. I appreciate it. That's why, again, I know some people, like I said, might be taken back if you're like, yeah, 300 a month, for my recommendation, my opinion. Whoa, 300. Again, there's 20 trading days in a month. If you trade some options, we had again Delhi, we got Killian in here, just doing really well. And again, even if it was 15, 20 bucks a day, I mean, he's in here. You can ask him. We nail a trade or two, like that's it. That was more than enough for the daily fee, probably made the weekly fee. And within a week, you can probably easily make the monthly fee. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why, when, I understand it's a chunk of change. We're talking several $100s. But at the end of the day, $10, $15 a trading day, it's like, bro, if we can't make that for you, then obviously you should be 1 month and done. And you should never repay again. You should never come back. I would deserve that. I would absolutely deserve that. But if you join and pay me that money, and then within 2, 3 days, I make it back for you already, then you got to start handing out my business card. Spy puts, baby! Just my opinion, lock it in. Oh no, not the fuzzy panda. Haven't looked at STEM in a while. Oh, earnings. Yep, called that head and shoulders correctly. Oh, man. I still can't get over it. It bothered me so much being incorrect on this one, man. And again, that's what, right? And what did we say? From that point, never gave a company the benefit of the doubt, never trusted a backlog, and we've been better for it. That's why, again, I know losses hurt, but at the end of the day, that's like they say, right? You got to learn from your mistakes, otherwise, you're just going to keep repeating them. We learned. We picked up the spilled milk, wiped the blood from our face, got back on the horse, and went back to work. Hey, my man. My man. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Again, we got to keep the account value growing. Keep that buying power growing. The key is growing. That's what I mean, though. You got Killian in here every day. They're making a couple of bucks. That's what I mean. $10 a trading day is $200 a month. That's a drop in the bucket. That should be a drop in the bucket for everyone in here almost. You know, if you come in here like, oh, you know, I'm 22, I got like $500 in an account, obviously you cannot afford to pay $200 a month. And that's what I mean too. That's another thing that breaks my heart, man. If it was truly like the old days where we could actually like trust each other and crap, I would just charge everyone based off of their account size. If someone has 100 grand, they can afford a couple hundred a month. If someone has a couple of hundred, you know, yeah, you should realistically be charging that person like $10 a month, you know, until hopefully you get a couple of good calls in there and they start to grow the account. Oh, thanks, man. I got $700. Now I'm up to $825. That's why I say too, you know, some people are like, oh, just charge a few hundred already. Yeah, a lot of people might feel alienated, you know, and then they might see like, oh, look, you know, this guy's been making videos, and then he nails Hgraf, and now all of a sudden he wants hundreds a month, like, you know what I mean? So we know that's how a bunch of people are gonna react to it. But again, not everyone could afford it. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. STEM revenue comes in 47.2 million. Estimates were 39 million. Yeah, I love it. I mean, the stock destroys everyone, does a reverse split, and now they decide they want to start beating revenue. All right, buddy. Okay. All right, sir. Have a good night. Sleep well. Doing anything? We got other earnings? Who else is repeating earnings? Releasing earnings. Repeating earnings. Oh, we got Broadcom. Up, Rigetti. Whoa, they're looking for $2.6 million, everybody. Whoa. Notice they won't really support and recall bullshit on that one. Why? I can guarantee they fucking own it. I can guarantee they fucking own. Show me your account right now. Show me your account right now. Guaranteed. I guarantee it. American Eagle. Actually, yeah, we got a lot of names reporting. It's a shame I got here late and we were having a Hgraf party and ranting. Because we probably could have made some decent calls here. But let's see. This is in a few minutes, Broadcom. Yeah, chilling. Yep, look at that. They were looking for only 2.3 million. They brought in 1.9 million. This is what I mean. This is ASTS all over again, man. This is ASTS all over again. Look at this. Look at this. But you know, but then they want to say I got lucky with Hgraf. Meanwhile, they literally had to manipulate thousands upon thousands of people to buy this overvalued, already overinflated zombie stock that is barely doing a freaking thing. Look, 2 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. Now they just brought in 1 million. They're bringing in $1 million. Market cap, 5.8 billion. But I got lucky. Right? All these scumbag schmucks didn't get lucky. I got lucky, right? What a crock of shit. This is what I say, man. Don't bullshit a bullshitter. And that's what I mean. I'm too good. I'm too sharp. I was actually in the industry, on the phone. That's why when I bark back and snap back at them, they don't like it. They don't like it because no one ever did it before. God, I love my job. Oh, Weeble? Everybody's favorite? Weeble up 1.5% right now. Not seeing numbers yet. Cracker Barrel, how they doing? Oh, Cracker Barrel up 7.8%. Revenue and earnings declined sharply, but guidance was updated and cash flow relief is expected. Cracker Barrel. For about 3.2 to 3.3. Capital expenditures actually looks like, yeah, about 10 mil less, which is actually kind of rare to see from some of these companies. Early wage inflation 2.5 3%, right? I mean, real world inflation is like 20%, but you know. Well, good for them, I guess. Was this heavily shorted? Looks like it was. So now that one's going to explode back up to 40, in my opinion. Cracker Barrel on the move at 35 bucks, up roughly 15% after hours. American Eagle. Goes up, then goes down. Sees Q1 same-store sales up high single digits. Really? Who's buying all these clothes? Yeah, did a little gap fill. Yeah, I have a feeling they might just even like, even if they bring it down here slightly, like back to the gap fill, they might just keep this one quiet. StubHub. People out here buying tickets? Guess not. uh, Interesting. And they just beat on revenue, I believe. 40 mil. 40.6. Loss of 22. More narrow loss than expected. Market cap sub 100 mil on this one. Where are we? South Korea. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, but they beat earnings. Hmm. China revenue, South Korea revenue, everything's been dipping apparently. Hey, what's up, Fred? How you doing? How you doing? And look at the debt too. I mean, it's, it jumped up, but I mean, we're only, that's what they just brought in essentially. China. Look, the share count is decreasing. Hmm. That's the extreme breakdown. That's the extreme breakdown. How about this? Uh, no, from here, from here. Yeah, but no, I need this one. That's the higher. So now from there to there, to here. Mm-hmm. Go, Freddy. Gotta do what you gotta do. $336, $329, $329. Mm, what am I not seeing here? Hmm. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. When was this? Yesterday. Including wearable devices. Hold on 1 second, hold on. Reduce heat generation. Huh. I got enough cash. Cash flow improves by 50%. Okay. Wow. $44 to $48. Mil. 8 mil. Which is about 29. So they lost 29. About 180. That's less than 20. So they brought in less, but lost less. So even that would be... So... Wow. Okay. Uh... We're looking for 45 and a half. They're saying 44 to 48. This stock, in my opinion, is technically a buy. I mean, we'll call it 100. That's the big one, but so we go from here. There. It's still not enough. I need here. I need here. I need here. It's right there. It's right there. That should be it. That should be it. Nope, that's too much. It's too much. Why is that too much? Why would that be too much? Why would that be too... Because I'm looking for fair value, not real value. Oil up to 76. Gold, silver up a little bit. Bitcoin having a day today, huh? Good for the crypto bros. Yeah, Vive. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, like I said, I got here late. I had to take care of a few things before I jumped on stream, and that's what by the time I sat down, it was like 2:30. Very late to the party today. But it's alright. Got some Xylem. I like this one too. What'd you say, Vive? 8%. Back above 200. Yeah, nice beat for Viva Systems, VEEV, bringing in 206 a share. Analysts looking for 193. Revenue almost 136 million. Estimates were about, excuse me, revenue 836 million. Estimates around 810 million. Stock right now up about 9.33%. Eases past estimates. Company is not worth 30 billion well, now 33 billion. In my opinion, they're way overvalued, but good for them, good for shareholders. I know it's been a good grower in the space, as you see, obviously, over the years. So I know people are still holding it, people love it. You know, it made them whatever, X%. So good for them. Growing like a weed. Don't you find it amazing how almost every tech company is just able to keep growing? That always amazed me. Vive at 206.5, up about 9.5% right now. ChargePoint, oh my goodness, they're still around? It's another stock I nailed. It's another stock I nailed when I told you not to buy it. Not to buy it. It was like back here somewhere. $90 to $100 mil, huh? Oh, wow, they beat, huh? Good for them. Good for them. Fucked over shareholders for 5.5 years, but yeah, good job. Microvision, no way. This stock too still around? Oh my god. Alright, it had these random spikes I kept talking about, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about this one. Oh, that's a big miss. A mil, half a mil on two. What is going on with this stock? 240. Now you're looking for 1.6 again? Q4 revenue falls 88%, net loss widens. Wow. And that's what I mean. Microvision, that's a perfect example of a Reddit stock twitch stock, right? Think about how many people bought like here. Think about how many people bought here in size saying, oh, this is going to be the next one. This is going to be the next Reddit pump. Right? Numbers don't lie, baby. Whew, big bump. Whew, look at that oil. That's why I kept saying it, man. Buy the dips. Oil is bullish. Could go to about 93, I think, the last time I looked. Yeah. Closed at 587. How about our M-Bot? How's that looking today? Hanging out. Right, it was like fighting for 2. Now it's like hanging out at 2.5. Aligns Liberty System with AMA radiation protection policy. Cites 92% exposure reduction. There you go. So in my opinion now, that is not the exception, right? That is the standard. That's what that means to me. Expand protection. Ponder impact of geopolitical tension. It makes me laugh, bro. If we have this sort of technology, you know, again, we're talking about surgical robotic. It doesn't matter like who has it or if they get freaking hit with something. You know what I'm saying? If we know it's out there, that, you know, people are aware of it. So at the end of the day, if it's good, it's going to be used, you know? There you go. This kid has 1,000 shares of M-Bot. Good for you. That's like my personal Hgraf position, which is just sad. Good for you, though. M-Bot, in my opinion, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Oil. Consolidating, popping up back to moving average. Probably going to go back up here, looking like about 76.60 on the trend line. Yep. Up and away. Up and away. And again, we get back above this, we're going to pop back up into that channel. So we're going like 85, 87, 90, 93 probably. My opinion. But we'll keep an eye on that. Been calling oil pretty well this week so far. Maybe I should change the background because it's black. Are people like, you know, like depressed looking at my screen here? Oh, there we go. Lighten it up a little bit. Yeah, it looks terrible. My goodness. I think I originally had it white, and then somebody was like, oh, you should make it black. It's easier to see. And then I had people come in like, oh, why is your background black? And then I'm like, all right, which is it? But we'll rock the white for a little bit. Liven it up. Oh, yeah, I can't see the freaking numbers over here. What the hell's going on here? There we go. Darkness. Gray, darkness. This looks too dim, actually. See, now it looks too dim. See what I mean? Too dim now. Too dim. That's too light. And that's too dim. Oh, yeah, the grid lines. Yeah, we don't really care about that. There it is. Pop the text out. There you go. Rocking with the white. It's alright if it's all white. Bright light, bright light, bright light, bright light. Shout out to our buddy Gizmo. Uh, Alright, let's do some words. Whoa. I got so many games. Everything just shut down and resized. Unbelievable. Look, everything just readjusted over here. What a joke. Oh, baby. Mexicans in Disneyland. There you go. Minnesota has autism. Really? They're all doing this now?
On a flat grill,
Oh, wait. I'm afraid to even... I gotta mute it just in case they play music or something. It's funny, it went from like a marketing campaign to like this guy being a fat bastard now and recording himself. It's a bunch of fat bastards. I see this guy crying everywhere. Who is this? His name's Pica. Unbelievable. How is that allowed? How is that allowed? Guy should be getting abused. Yep. Da 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 da. Ba ba da ba da 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 da. Thanks for your help, guys. Ba ba da ba da ba da 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 da. There's oil in them there hills. Alright, well, yeah. Got here late. Missed all the earnings and shit, but yeah, my bad. I apologize for that. I'm gonna be here nice and early tomorrow. So hopefully we can nail a couple of trades together. Yeah, man. Awesome. Glad you had a good day. And, yeah, we'll pick up where we left off tomorrow. Hopefully we can have another Hgraf party tomorrow. Because, as we know, even when it does dip, it really does storm right back. And, again, even with the drop, even with the volume coming in, again, we're only down about 4.5%, so if there was no news, which I don't believe there was, might have just been some profit taking, I would assume it's probably gonna like try to get back to this $8 and just kind of like hang out there maybe. So it might be a quiet day. It might not be a party, but hopefully it shows us some strength. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, in my opinion, commodities still in play. I still like domestic materials, domestic minerals, right? You got oil, gold, silver. So there are a bunch of direct commodity plays. And again, I spoke about a handful of new companies now, domestic and international, that I feel could really benefit from the turmoil taking place now in the Middle East. And I have a feeling it's a sector that, like, people are aware of, but no one's looking at it. And I think we could potentially be a little early. And once again, see the Johnnies come late. So we'll see what happens there. But appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate your support. Appreciate the couple of bucks. Love you guys. Always a pleasure.